Only about 18% of Dallas residents can reach a major job center in 15 minutes or less. Here's the map that breaks the myth of Dallas as an easy driving city. These bands you see aren't city limits, they're time limits. You've probably heard the buzzword, 15-minute city. Groceries, jobs, parks, school, all within a 15-minute walk, bike, or transit trip. What happens when we stop talking in slogans and start drawing actual time-based maps isochrones for Dallas? First, the jobs. On this map, every dot is a job. See these dense blobs? 2 job islands dominate, one around downtown Medical District and another in the Galleria Legacy corridor to the north. Most housing, though, spreads out somewhere else entirely. The empty stretch between where people live and where they work is what I am calling the Commute Canyon. It's not just about miles, because in cities, distance is not time. A 5-mile trip on a congested freeway can take longer than a 7-mile trip on a dedicated bus lane or a bike path. Dallas could close even part of this Commute Canyon by nudging either jobs closer to people, or people closer to jobs, or speeding up the space in between tens of thousands. More residents would suddenly find themselves inside that 15-minute ring. Same city, same people, totally different daily reality. Here's what it looks like in detail. These rings show 15, 30, and 45-minute travel time bands from the major job centers. Notice the tilt. North-south coverage along the big highways looks decent for drivers. But head east or west, or try doing this without a car, and the map collapses. Highways help cars move. Transit is mostly trying to catch up from the shoulder. Zoom in again. The 15-minute zone around each job island isn't a neat circle. It's a donut missing chunks where freeways, rail yards, and low connectivity neighborhoods punch holes in the network. 2 homes the same distance from downtown can live in completely different time zones. Now layer in heat. Some blocks in Dallas run roughly 9 degrees Fahrenheit hotter than the citywide average on summer afternoons. Same air temperature, different street reality. Why? Part of the answer: parking. See asphalt. Lots act like heat mirrors absorbing sunlight all day, then radiating it back into the sidewalks and bus stops at night. Your commute isn't just longer there, it's harsher. Strict trees, on the other hand, shave about 1 to 2 degrees off corridor temperatures on hot days. That sounds small, but at 100 degrees Fahrenheit, it's the difference between survivable and dangerous for people walking or waiting for a bus. Now connect heat, time, and money. Dallas. Every 10-point bump in walk score correlates with roughly $200 to $300 more in monthly rent. So better walkability and shorter trips cost more if you can get them at all. But there's a twist. When we plotted rent against access and walk score, 2 zip codes beat the curve. They offer relatively short commutes and decent walkability, without sky-high prices. If they're not perfect, but they're clues, what's special about those zip codes? They sit on a transit spine multiple bus lines, some rail access, and smaller, more walkable blocks, but they also dodge some of the worst freeway noise and heat islands. If you want a 15-minute life on a non-luxury budget, this is where you hunt for outliers. And yes, there are places right now in Dallas where the bus actually beats the car. Not by much, and not many, but they're real. Usually, it's where frequent routes line up, or where parking and congestion punish drivers more than riders. Now imagine this. Take one of the busiest bus corridors and give it dedicated lanes, signal priority, and outdoor boarding. The same street, with rapid bus lanes. Would flip this segment from car or bus to bus is the fastest option. Here's the before versus after. Before. The 15-minute band hugs tightly around the job center. The 30-minute band barely reaches many working-class neighborhoods. After. With a rapid bus spine, those time rings expand, bending out along the corridor like a river. Floodplain. But this is a good kind of flood. More people inside the 15-minute zone without anyone having to move. So what do you actually change? Lever 1. Fix the zoning around those job islands. Allow more homes, especially apartments and missing middle housing within walking distance of major employment. Lever 2. Fill in the canopy along the worst heat corridors. Target the hottest, least shaded routes that people actually use to walk to work, to bus stops, and to schools. Shade is transport infrastructure. Lever 3. Build a rapid bus. Spine chip fast. Now. You don't need a subway to change the map. A few well-chosen bus lanes and priority signals can redraw the 15-minute city on a 5-year timeline instead of a 50-year one. 2. All of this comes back to one idea. Isochrones time, borders. We map them every day. For Dallas, for other cities, for both cars and buses. They show who's inside opportunity and who gets shut out by a 45-minute grind. If you want more data-driven maps like this, subscribe. I'm posting 3 shorts this week with deep dives on specific Dallas corridors. Plus, all the sources and methods linked below. Thanks for watching.